Hey Sag, how's it going? So let's get into your reading. We're going to talk about the energy that I see you leaving behind in the month of January and the energy I see you shifting into for February and how I'm seeing you do that. If this resonates, we're going to continue your reading over on your extended and dive deeper. The link is in the description, top of the comments, okay? If you're going to continue watching. But right now, let's look at the energy that you are leaving behind in January. So you're showing up with the Camel Spirit and the Three of Cups. Even before the Three of Cups came out, I saw you with the camel being, what is the word for it? Like a social butterfly, okay? And like mingling, all right? A number of you, Camel Spirit, it actually is one of my cards that embodies Sagittarius. It's a traveler, and I'm just seeing you in January, like surrounded by company, like in good company, enjoying your time. And a lot of you during January could have been like hanging out, hanging out with friends and just kind of enjoying yourself, okay, which is fine. All right, but in February, your energy is shifting, okay? And we'll come back to it, but your energy shifts to the Lizard with the Ten of Wands. And what I got immediately with you, Sag, is like, okay, it's time to buckle down. Like, I don't have time to play. Like with my friends, I think it's like you're telling people like, hey, it's been a good time. I've had fun, but it's really time for me to focus. All right. Because I'm getting a vision. Okay. Like you have this vision and you're very aware, like it's the Lizard is very opposite of the energy that you are shifting out of for January. Again, remember, I'm getting like very social butterfly and you're, connecting with people. That's it too, right? Like in January, I see you making connections and networking. There it is, right? A number of you in February, I see you also being less active on social media. All right. I see you like, because you're going to pull in your energy. All right. Because I think, Sag, and this is accurate for you all. You all are the life of the party. All right. And I'm seeing that, right, with January, you enjoying your time, being the life of the party, right? Not a care in the world. You're just content. You're cool, right? But you realize in February, you're like, it's draining, okay? All that mingling, even social media, like communicating very freely with people, being very open. In February, you're realizing that that's taking away from the bigger picture. It's depleting your energy and it's not serving. For a number of you, it's going to be different, right? Like you could feel like this isn't serving, my family. This isn't serving, my goals. Me, spending this time with people or on other people, okay, interacting. Again, the phrase networking keeps coming up, because I feel like that also has to do with social media. All right. You realize like you need time. I'm hearing that what's that reel or the sound where she's like, "Ooh, today drained me." That's what I'm getting, okay? With you in February. And the lizard usually is like my hermit card, okay? Your energy, I think you realize, Sag, is very magnetic, okay? It is very magnetic and also very healing. I'm getting that with you all with this Three of Cups. You have a very healing energy. Like your presence is felt wherever you go. Okay. People enjoy you. You know, it just is what it is. Sad, just like, girl, yes, I know. Okay. But yeah, people enjoy you. People enjoy being around you. And, but for February, I think you're realizing like, that's good and all, but it's not helping me achieve my goal. It's not, almost with the 10 of Wands, right? That is Saturn in your sign, by the way. So there's that. A number of you could be entering your Saturn's return. All right. And naturally, if that's the case, so if a number of you could be, 29 or around the age of 29. Okay. You could also be 58 or around that age, give or take. And you're realizing too, for a number of you, you could have like, or you're recognizing there are people that are distracting, So in February, I see people like reaching out to you like, Sag, you want to go out? Sag, you want to do this? And you're just in hermit mode. That's what I'm seeing. And you're like, I've got bigger fish to fry. I have something that I have to focus on. I have a vision. All right. The reason why I know this is because Lumerian Quartz is coming out. All right. And you, a number of you may have like, I'm getting like Gemini or Virgo in your chart. Could even have Scorpio and Aries, because I'm getting the Magician with you. So there's something about you, Sag, that you do understand that when you give your energy away and you scatter it, it depletes you and it takes away, like I said, from you being able to be the master manifester that you are. You are the magician. That's what I'm getting. And so like you're over here, I'm hearing sprinkle. You're over here like sprinkling your magical essence, everywhere, and everyone's like, "Ooh, Sag, Sag is here. Sag is here to party." But you're realizing in February that you need all that. You need all this energy because you've got, with the 10 of Wands specifically, this is telling me that there's something that you are like on the last leg of. Okay. You're like right on the precipice of completing, wrapping something up. Literally, it could be about building. Okay. So a number of you could literally be building something here. And also financially, I'm getting for a number of you, they're also like saying that financially you're realizing like you can't be going out and doing all this, that, and the third. Like people are calling you like, "Hey, can you come out? Can you do this?" Even talking on the phone. You're just like, nah, like I really can't talk. I really can't do this because I really have to focus on what I've got going on here. It's like, you see how I'm holding Coco right here? Something is your baby. That's what I'm hearing. Like there's a business or there's an idea. There's something here where you're like, I've got to focus on this baby. I've got to nurture it. And you know that your hard work is going to pay off. That's what else I'm getting, Sag. Like, your hard work is going to pay off. And you're also preparing to, like you're entering a new phase of your life. That's what I'm getting. Like that's coming in very strongly. You're entering a new phase of your life where like this is potentially how life is going to look for a while. Because with the 10 of Wands, this is about success. Okay. So like, that's what I'm getting. Like you're right at the brink of success of something here. Okay. And congratulations for those of you that like you know what I'm talking about. You're right there, but to whom much is given, much is expected. And you are realizing like you're going to have to change up, like you're going to have to switch it up. And some people are not going to be able to go on this part of the ride with you. They're not going to be able to go on this part of the journey because they're too much of a distraction. Their energy is too distracting. That's what I'm getting. And it's also like depleting. Like I'm seeing a certain people, they like need too much from you. They need too much nurturing specifically because I'm getting that Cancer energy. And, you know, tell them I ain't got it. Like, that's what I'm seeing with you. You're like, I don't have it. I don't have it to give. Like, I literally have to give so much to what I have going here because A, I'm about to have a breakthrough here. And B, even after that breakthrough, I'm still going to have to work. I'm still going to have to buckle down. A lot of you are the boss. That's what I'm getting. Like you are in charge. Okay. So to get back to Lemurian quartz, this is about big vision. Okay. And recognizing that in order to really like the last key to unlock it, look at all the keys, right? But the last key is exactly what I see you, getting into. The last key is it is you and your energy. And that's why I see you so focused in February. You're recognizing like the last part of this is me buckling down and, you know, replenishing my own energy. Okay. That's important because you've been in this space of thinking maybe, Sag, that you have enough. And normally you do. All right. There's also something about your health. Okay. I'm getting something about your health. I'm just seeing you very aware that, I want to read some of this for you. Okay. So vision, big picture thinking, unlocking the secrets of infinite possibility. Okay. And it says, how do you picture yourself in this future? What do you see for yourself? How do you picture yourself in this future? And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you very focused. Oh, also the lizard is very sensitive to the subtle. And that's why you're shifting into this energy in February. It's probably heavily going to start happening in Pisces season. Okay. So like, around February 18th, 19th, you're going to start really feeling this energy of like, whoa, I'm really sensitive to people's energy right now. And I really need to be in my own vibration, my own frequency, okay, in order to accomplish this goal. All right. 222 is also could potentially be a number that you're seeing a lot. And that is an energy of you needing to make some sort of decision. And honestly, Sag, with what I'm seeing with you, this is about you choosing yourself and what is best for the long run, the long haul. Okay. Not about like what feels good in the moment. Okay. It says, what kind of person have you evolved into as you strive to fully embrace and enjoy your life? On this healing journey, you are called to keep your eye on the bigger picture of your experience so that you recognize your struggles as leading you to epiphanies, allies, and inner wisdom born of lived experience. There it is. This is the lived experience. This is Saturn and Sag. This is you shifting into wisdom. Okay, right there in February. It says, Lemurian quartz spirit reminds you that the capacity to unlock the wisdom of the stars is within you. You see, it's not You're not going to get this from anywhere else but you. But a lot of times, in order for you to have these downloads, what I'm getting with you is like spiritual downloads, you have to be by yourself. And that's what you know. And that's what I see you tapping into in February. Okay. It says that just open your connection to the conscious universe and allow your imagination to soar. Very soon, a powerful vision of what is ahead for you will become clear, and you're going to see it. All right. You're literally going to, with lizards, think about, I think they have like, I think literally they have a third eye that's on the crown, all right, of their head. And you are and we're going to then continue this over on your extended. But in January, what you're realizing is that, and I know I've already said something to the degree, like, because you're so sensitive and your frequency right now in January, because you're around these people, you are picking up on their energy. Okay. And it's almost like their energy, not only are they pulling from your energy, and I'm not saying these people are doing anything malicious or on purpose. It's not like that, I mean, it can be, but we don't even need to go there. It's just, they're pulling on your frequency, and then you're also taking on their vibration, their frequency. And this is making you almost an energetic mismatch for what you desire, for what it is that you see for yourself. And you recognize that, like Aquarius season moving into Pisces season, you start recognizing that, and you then shift to, you almost get to a point where I feel you get forced into this. That's why I was getting health. Like for some of you, Sag, you get forced into seclusion. All right. So a number of you, I would not be surprised if you get sick, you start not feeling well. And that's just because that's your higher self wanting you to sit down and then detox. Okay. And I feel like I'm seeing you in this resting position, in this, I'm getting like the Four of Swords, because that's it's Jupiter, which is your ruling planet, Jupiter in Libra. And I see you resting and healing. And then this is when all the information starts coming in. This is when all the downloads, and you start recognizing, what you need to do in order to complete something here, in order to finish up. It's like the last download. Okay. It's what I'm getting. And you realize, okay, this is what I need to do. So, all right, I'm going to continue this over on your extended, and we're going to dive deeper into what this means for February in terms of your love life. And that's not just romantic. It's just overall, like love of self, love of, your partner, love of children, love of higher self, all that. Okay. Family. And then also what it means for your career and finances. Okay. The outlook with that. And then what energy, what archetype are you being guided to lean into to get the best outcome for February? All right. So we're going to do that. If you're joining me, like I said, the link is in the description, top of the comments, and I'll see you over there, Sag. If this is where we part ways, good luck with everything. I'll see you next time. Peace.